took a short position yesterday, not at the greatest price at 1010, 110. You have about 20 points if you want to take it. So I see a couple of things, potential scenarios here. If we take out this moving average here, this 99.40 is a real important area. And if we violate that, I don't know, maybe a peace deal, which I'm skeptical about, should be positive euro, take some of the pressure off Europe having to spend for defense. Then I think we could see the 98 level again. So stops over the high. If you want partials, take them. This also could be a decent area to take partials. And then if it breaks down, you should, it's an add-on short in the dollar because from here it could break another 100 points. So that's my view there. I'd be careful about the pound. Their budget's out tomorrow. Um, I'm a seller in cable. If we get up to 32.5 in the next several days or weeks, and the yen has a little different tone. I still can't short it. And if you guys have been following me for a while, I want you to leave the answer. I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to point to it. Why will I not short the yen here based upon the RSI? Could leave your answer in the column. So let's go to a couple other different markets. That's a dollar. And if we do get this break, one more break, it's good. I'm looking for an important entry for long positions because I still think that these are not the highs. A lot of people are going to say we're going to break down under 96 if we go down here. I think we'll make a move back to 103 from wherever this correction ends in the dollar. 102.90, 103, something like that. So there's going to be a pretty good dollar buy at that point. Gold broke out that little triangle I talked about yesterday after the stream. Not doing anything wrong. I don't know if I'm right about the dollar, it doesn't make me comfortable to want to short the metals right now. So I'll leave that alone. I don't have to be right on everything. My bias is that the highs are still in, but why couldn't we test 4,200 again? That would be the measured move from here. Okay, so otherwise, like I said, it's ABC and it's going to end here before we start turning down. Just doesn't jive with what I see might be happening in the dollar. Let's move on. So yesterday in WTI, long from 785, I said take a buck if you get it. You had a buck. Okay. And if you only took half, you got stopped out on the remainder at BE. And then I think crude is down looking for a peace deal here. Right now, it could end up just being a stop hunt where we've taken out people that thought they had a bottom. They're now stopped out and got long again about 20 cents higher. I'm wrong at 56.80. So it takes 56.80 out. I'm gone. So we'll see. It's still a long day. Maybe any hiccup from Russia about the peace plan that keeps changing might generate something. And you have to keep in the back of your mind that the U.S. doesn't have the force gathered in the Caribbean that they're not going to use at least to lob some shells into Venezuela. Pretty big oil producer. So, maybe there'd be a little geo risk coming into price, a little risk premium coming into price if something like that happens. Anyway, you want to get to the place in trading where every trade is just another trade. It's not life or death. Okay. And you just move on. Keyword next. S&Ps are recovering. It got through obviously the 5680 I was looking for resistance, just sliced right through it. Perhaps we're going to try 6,800, which would be about 61.8 back from this whole move. I'm sure a lot of people are thinking now it's probably a layup for new all-time highs into Christmas, and So we have the Christmas rally maybe starting a little early. It now looks like a layup or a lock for the Fed to ease in about a week and a half or so, 2 weeks. You're hearing things from the Trump administration. Last week, they tried to talk up NVIDIA by saying they were going to allow NVIDIA to sell a inferior chip to China that they didn't want. But now there's talk about that they may let NVIDIA sell their advanced chips that there were restrictions on. Anyway, I think the White House is paying attention to NVIDIA, knowing that its direction has a massive influence on the averages. Taking a look at Bitcoin, yesterday, I'm still saying don't short it. We had a nice little bounce of about 8,000. I don't like the confirmed low here, but I see other trades. I'm not interested in shorting it. I still think we could have more of a bear market rally. Well, if we just had this first $8,000 rally and we pull back to say 84, and then we get another 8,000, take you back to this important pivot at 92. And if it's 1.618 of this, when we put in a higher low, we could even do better. So some people think about it's bottomed. For me, the jury is still out, and that's about it. Anything else I want to cover? So basically, here's the DAX. DAX is rallying a little bit. I did, for someone who asked me to look at the Nifty, the rupee's in a lot of trouble from something I saw yesterday. They've been trying to defend it. That's usually not a great sign for a market when your currency is under attack. And I said yesterday I wouldn't be long the Nifty. And look at that. I mean, it's just sitting on that moving average. And here's the daily. So I don't know. I think I'd steer clear until the rupee stabilizes or be short. So that's what I see. Hope that you're learning. Remember, give me the answer on why I'm not ready to short US dollar yen. Here it is again, even though we're down 64. I was willing to short it early and it did not work out for me, but there's something holding me back from doing it here. Invite you to come into our Discord room at TradeGateHub. It's free. Mike is posting all kinds of trades here. Look at the upgrades, the calls. He follows a lot of calls. Navitsi, Trump reviewing potential AI chips. Okay, so maybe at 154 they're able to do it again. And here's my you could go back and see what I'm looking at, what I'm thinking. And you could also contribute, post your charts. We could interact with you. Maybe it'd be a learning experience. So with that being said, don't just count your barrels of oil or your gold coins, silver bars, count your blessings. And I'll see everyone to wrap up the week tomorrow on this holiday shortened week. Adios.